Morning friends, today is the day we are saying farewell to Perth.
Yee-hoo! Oh, just a little bit of excitement there. One of the rare moments when the Nigel gets excited.
Yes!
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Exciting indeed. In this episode we head east from Perth, stopping first to see the beautiful colours at the Raeburn Orchard.
Then we drive along the quirky Tin Horse Highway before spending time exploring Wave Rock and the Magic Lake.
So yeah, we're just getting packed up. Last night in the Perth stealth spot, the infamous naval base.
We both got woken up by our neighbours setting up a rooftop tent at midnight.
Crazy time to be arriving. We figure they must have got moved on from somewhere else. But we have seen them here before, so go figure. Nigel's making some breakfast, and then we are going to hit the road. Lots of persimmon orchards. We've just come for a walk at the Raeburn Orchards, and all of their beautiful persimmon trees have some gorgeous red leaves at the moment. Yeah, it's really yummy. So we just tried a bit of a persimmon in there. Might buy a few. But yeah, so you're allowed to go for a walk through the orchard, which is beautiful. Very Instagrammable.
I was just saying to Sue a minute ago just how awesome it is to be out in the country, smelling the country air. We've got horses over there, and we've got this beautiful orchard that was spent the best part of 40 minutes meandering through and taking a few photos, videos. It's just beautiful.
Yep.
And good to be here on a Tuesday as opposed to a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's still pretty busy, but
Gotta say, we're feeling pretty happy to be back on the open road.
oh yes, hell yeah, out of the city, it's always good.
Long, straight country roads. The Kiwi is getting excited about all the sheep.
Give them the horse.
I think we might have hit the wheat belt. This afternoon we have stopped in Corrigan, I'm not exactly sure how you say it, and this is the home of the dog in the ute. You may be able to see up on top of that petrol station behind me is a ute on the roof and a pretend dog in it. For those of you from North America, a ute is what we in Australia call a pickup truck. And here in Corrigan, they have the world record for the longest line of dogs in utes. In 2002, the town of Corrigan set the world record, 1,527 dogs in utes in a row. and it beat the former record, which had been held somewhere in Victoria, of 797. That is a hell of a lot of utes and a hell of a lot of dogs. This is the main street of Corrigan. Pub looks kind of quiet. Bit of street art here. I love these old buildings in these small towns. How cool is that town hall? So yeah guys, we've decided to stay at Corrigan tonight because we realised that we were going to be very rushed trying to get down to Culin and film everything that we wanted to film on the Tin Horse Highway. So we'll just leave that for tomorrow morning. And that's the beauty of this lifestyle again, is that we can just stop where we want. Good morning, friends. We had a nice warm night in the van last night. We've had a bit of a slow morning this morning. Just had our tea and coffee, piece of toast in bed. Sun shining. It's looking like a great day today to drive down the Tin Horse Highway. Big deep breaths. Feet shoulder width apart. This is what we love to see. Thank you so much, Corrigan. 48 hours you can stop here. And look, the reality is it's just a big parking place opposite some shops and the pub. But there was only one other party here last night. We had a lovely peaceful spot over there. It's just been beautiful. It was really peaceful in the night. Nigel and I have just done some rough calculations. We're about 5 kilometres from town, maybe a little bit further. And our rough calculations tell us that if you lined up 1,527 utes with dogs in them, it would stretch from here to the towns. So first stop this morning is at the beginning or end of the Tin Horse Highway. It's a quirky little stop. And we've just stopped here for some coffee. The Tin Horse Highway began as a community marketing campaign to advertise the Culin bush races held each year in October.
There are now a number of these sculptures along the roads leading into Culin, and many of them are quite humorous for the play on the word horse.
I think you guys know how much we love kooky things like this. I mean, you know, don't forget Gnomesville. So it's always fun to come along and just discover these things that are out in the middle of nowhere, and really smart work by small country towns to get visitors to come through. Now the main road from Perth to Wave Rock does not pass along this way. So this was a great way for the locals to get people to come off that main road and through the town of Culin, or Cullen, I'm not exactly sure how to say it. This is the largest of the horses on the Tin Horse Highway. And this one, which is the final tin horse if you were going from east to west, or the first if you're going from west to east, commemorates a rather embarrassing moment of Australian sporting history, the infamous underarm bowl. I mean, how many horse jokes could you make, Nige? Horse radishes. You know what this one is.
War, pestilence, fame, death.
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Silly. Do you reckon there's enough horsing around? Let's get to hiding.
Oh dear. Friends, I have to say I'm actually feeling really weird at the moment because we're almost at Wave Rock. I've wanted to see this place since I was like a little girl. I just feel really weird about it. Like, yeah, Nigel, I saw it in a book when I was like in primary school. So we are at Wave Rock and we're staying in the caravan park. As you know, normally we would not stay in a caravan park. Now, the reason that we decided to stay in a caravan park was because the attractions here, Wave Rock and the Magic Lake, both have a fee attached to them. So for the sake of $13...
It's good value. I'll take a hot shower.
Got some laundry done. Anyway, let's go look at Wave Rock.
What do you reckon?
How could you think I'd be underwhelmed? Amazing. I've waited my whole life to see this.
It's pretty cool, eh?
I wish there weren't always people here. Wave Rock, what an incredible rock formation. Nigel was worried I'd be underwhelmed. So not. I love it.
Oh, you know.
It's amazing.
Sometimes they can happen, your expectations are up here and...
Yeah, I don't know, like...
It's pretty cool though, eh?
Yeah, it's totally cool. Totally cool. 10-year-old me is like jumping up and down for joy right now. I wish I still had that book. Or I wish I knew what book it was that I had seen the picture of this. We're taking a little walk now down to the Hippo's Yawn, which is about 1.5 kilometres. It's an interesting little walk through the bush. Not a terribly accessible trail. Climbing over logs and up and down rough steps. Kind of looks like at one point it was paved, but it's all been washed away. So Nige, can you see the Hippo's Yawn?
I think, well, here you can definitely see it.
So we're walking back from the Hippo's Yawn now, and like this path is really accessible. I think you could come along here with your walker or a wheelchair or pram. So this is the main path that goes from the Wave Rock car park to the Hippo's Yawn. Well, there is a car park there at the Hippo's Yawn, so you can drive to it, but... Later that day we went back to Wave Rock to check out how the colours changed as the sun set. That was my favourite time, just after the sunset.
No.
Oh my gosh friends, that was such a great day seeing Wave Rock after all these years of thinking about it and wanting to come here. Thank you Nigel for bringing me. You look a bit shattered over there.
I'm a bit tired, eh?
So we're back in the van now. We've done a couple of loads of laundry, we've had showers, I've washed my hair. We've gotten up super early this morning. Sun's just come up. Actually, I don't think it has actually quite come up yet. We are going to go back to the Wave Rock, check it out in this early morning light. So we've come to the Wave Rock for sunrise. We're a little bit late because the sun is already hitting the rock. You can see it changing colours there. We actually think it was better last night when we came here. We're going on a bit of a walk and we're going to go up and over the Wave Rock. It's 15 metres high, I was reading, like as high as a 3-storey building. So we're walking along the wave right now. It's about 15 metres high and 100 metres long. and we're going to go up to the top and walk along the top just to have a bit of a look up there. So the rock's still wavy along here, but just a bit shorter.
This is the way for beginners. No sign, but I guess.
Yeah, it's not too steep. We're at the top of the wave now and just feeling a bit about all the man-made stuff up here. So the ugly wall apparently was built to bring water to that reservoir. I don't know if they still use it.
So when the original dam was built back in 1928, a relatively small system of stone catchment walls was installed. In 1951, the walls were relocated upslope and extended so that most of the rain falling of hardened rock was channeled into the dam. So here's another example of the Tafoni, I think I've got the name wrong, Tafoni rock, similar to the Hippo's yawn, and whereby the rock gets eaten out from the inside. Another one up here looks a bit like Pac-Man. There's that dude.
We're going now for a quick drive up to look at the Magic Lake, and there's a resort here and a very salty pond that you can have a soak in, and then these dry salt lakes. This here behind me is Magic Lake, and I don't know why it's called Magic Lake. It looks pretty dull and boring from here. However, when you go up above, it's this incredible shade of yellow. So this here is the salt pool, which is incredibly salty and quite blue, and this is part of the resort. So around it they've got all these little sheds which have, I think, just a shower, so after you've had a swim in there you can shower off. Nigel was just asking about whether you could have a swim. He's actually thinking about it, friends. Nothing, I'm just talking to the Vlog squad. Yeah, well, it's not good for my hair, so I think I'll just stay out here. So obviously there's a lot of construction going on here, as you can see on the other side. But I think when it's completed, it'll be really cool here. Like, they probably have gardens and everything. The colour of it's really gorgeous. Ooh. That is extremely salty. Way more saltier than the sea. It's also freezing. If we get a Nigel dive here, I think it's like legendary status, and I'll have to make sure I get it on the first go, because I'm sure he's not going to want to go in there more than once.
Ta-da! There's as cold as a witch's tit in there. You can see the bottom there. I'm not going to be diving.
Just a shallow Nigel dive.
Could be float.
So Nigel, tell us about the pond.
We'll put it this way, Wim Hof, if you know who he is, he'd be very proud, I think. But yeah, it popped up like a cork. It's very salty. Yeah, I had to be very careful I didn't open my eyes. I could start to feel the eyes stinging a bit. Very invigorating.
Awesome. Thank you for taking one for the team. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please join us next time when we drive past even more colourful lakes. We do one of the toughest hikes we've ever done, and we revisit one of the most beautiful beaches in the country.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.